You know what separates the remote professional who make their first $1,000 in 30 days from the ones who take 6 months or give up entirely? It's not intelligence, it's not experience, it's not even luck. It's two things: mindset and environment. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to cultivate the right mindset and set up your workspace so that success is almost inevitable. Because here's the truth: your environment shapes your behavior, your mindset shapes your resilience, and together they determine your results. Let's start with the mindset piece. There are 5 mental shifts you need to make right now before you even start. Mindset number 1: you are already a professional. This is huge. Most beginners think, I'm not ready yet. I need to learn more. I need to get experience first. Stop. That's the wrong frame. You are a professional right now, not in the future, now. You're a professional who is learning and growing, but you're a professional. This shift matters because it changes how you show up. Professionals deliver quality work. Professionals communicate clearly. Professionals charge fair rates. Professionals don't apologize for their value. So from this moment forward, I want you to think of yourself as a professional virtual assistant, not a beginner, not someone who's trying, a professional. Mindset number 2: your first client doesn't need to be perfect. Many beginners are paralyzed by perfectionism. They think their first client needs to be the ideal client. They think their first project needs to be perfect. It doesn't. Your first client just needs to be someone who will pay you and give you a testimonial. That's it. Your first client is not your forever client. Your first client is your proof of concept. They're the person who validates that you can do this work and that people will pay for it. Once you have that validation, everything else becomes easier. You get testimonials, you get confidence, you get momentum. So stop waiting for the perfect client. Find a good enough client and deliver exceptional work for them. That's the formula. Mindset number 3: rejection is not personal. You're going to pitch to 50 people. Maybe 45 will say no. Maybe 40 will ignore you completely. That's normal. That's the game. That's how this works. And here's the key: it's not personal. They're not rejecting you. They're rejecting the fit, the timing, or the price. They don't know you. They're not judging you as a person. So when someone says no, you don't take it personally. You say, okay, next, and you move on. The VAs who succeed are the ones who can handle rejection. They understand that rejection is part of the process, not a reflection of their worth. Mindset number 4: you are building a business, not getting a job. This is a subtle but important shift. When you think like someone getting a job, you're desperate. You're willing to work for low rates. You're willing to accept bad treatment. You're willing to compromise your boundaries. When you think like someone building a business, you're strategic. You're selective about your clients. You're clear about your rates. You're willing to walk away from bad deals. A business owner thinks long-term. A job seeker thinks short-term. So I want you to adopt the business owner mindset. You're not looking for a job. You're building a business. And like any business, it takes strategy, consistency, and boundaries. Mindset number 5: your success is inevitable if you take action. This is the most important one. Success is not guaranteed, but if you follow the roadmap we laid out in lesson 0.3, if you take action every single day, if you pitch to enough people, your success is not a question of if, it's a question of when. And the only thing that can stop you is you giving up. But if you keep going, if you stay consistent, you will land clients, you will make money, you will hit your $1,000 goal. So adopt this mindset. My success is inevitable. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And the only thing that can stop me is me giving up. That's the mindset. Now let's talk about the environment. Your workspace matters more than you think. When your workspace is organized and professional, you show up differently. You work differently, you think differently. So let's talk about how to set up your workspace for success. And here's the good news: you don't need a lot of money. You don't need a fancy setup. You just need to be intentional. Element 1: your desk. You need a dedicated workspace, not your bed, not your couch, a desk. Why? Because your brain associates different spaces with different activities. If you work from your bed, your brain thinks you're relaxing. If you work from a desk, your brain thinks you're working. Your desk doesn't need to be fancy. A simple table works, an old desk works, a standing desk works. The point is, you have a dedicated space for work. And here's a pro tip. Keep your desk clean, not obsessively clean, but organized. A cluttered desk creates a cluttered mind. When your desk is clean, you can focus. Element 2, your chair. You're going to spend hours in this chair, so invest in a decent one. You don't need a $500 gaming chair, but a $50 to $100 chair that supports your back is worth it. Your back will thank you, and you'll be more comfortable and productive. Element 3, lighting. This is huge and often overlooked. Natural light is best. If you can position your desk near a window, do it. Natural light boosts mood, energy, and productivity. If you don't have access to natural light, invest in a decent desk lamp. Avoid harsh overhead lighting. Soft, warm lighting creates a better work environment. And here's a bonus. Good lighting looks better on video calls. If you ever need to do client calls, good lighting makes you look professional. Element 4, your background. When you're on video calls with clients, they see your background, so make sure your background is professional. You don't need an elaborate setup. A clean wall works, a bookshelf works, a plant works. The point is, your background should not be distracting. No clutter, no personal items that might confuse the client. Just a clean, professional backdrop. Element 5, your technology setup. You need a reliable computer and a good internet connection. Your computer doesn't need to be top of the line. A basic laptop works, but it needs to be reliable. You can't afford to have your computer crash in the middle of a client project. Your internet connection is critical. A slow internet connection is a disaster. If you're doing video calls or uploading files, you need reliable, fast internet. If your current internet is slow, talk to your provider about upgrading. It's worth the investment. Element 6, noise control. You need a quiet workspace. If you're on a video call with a client and there's loud noise in the background, it's unprofessional. So do what you can to minimize noise. Close your door if you have one. Use headphones with a microphone so your voice is clear. If you live in a noisy environment, consider working during quieter hours or finding a quieter space. Element 7, comfort and inspiration. Your workspace should feel good to you. Add a plant. Add a photo that inspires you. Add a motivational quote. Make it a space where you actually want to work. When your workspace feels good, you're more likely to show up and do the work, and that's what matters.